You want to use this before I make new one?
Yes, please.
Here you go. Yeah.
Or creamer.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I noticed. Yeah, I used the last bit of creamer that there was to make my 2 cups. Here. Told you I'd be here before before I had to be in. Been here for a couple hours.
Come in.
I thought I was gonna have to knock, and something told me to just try the door, and it was open. So I was like, okay, hey.
Well, you fell asleep in here last night, and I guess I laid on one of these something on this. I was laying on it, and it was hurting me. And I got up at about 5:30 and moved in there and unlocked the door on my way through because I didn't want trash waking me up.
It's a smart decision. Yeah, we left after Evan got back from taking the kids to the bus stop. So I've been up since like fucking
on EA Sports as we are in the inner
6 something or so this morning.
Bank Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here as it the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47 -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And incomplete to open things up.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Purdy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage.
Ooh, man, this dude got some weird-ass plays.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense.
Are we playing football or are we playing rap battles of history? What are we doing, Don?
Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds.
The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Here we go now.
That's
on
2 runs
with
Lamar. That's fast fuck, son.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson.
That was a dumb crossbody throw.
Take possession here at their own 6-yard
I saw circle
line.
open
San Francisco
earlier,
offense
but
ready to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Good yards. Good
And
run.
he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31
that's nice.
now on 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30.
Okay.
A big play
That
there
was
for
nice.
the Niners.
That was nice.
43 yards.
I can't even argue with that one. Damn. That was nice, bro.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners 1st down as he's down to the 11. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Shit.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Niners are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Playing dumb like I was.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Being chased out left. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got him not pinned down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Purdy now to throw. Buying time to his left. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Now it's Jackson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney. That's now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Bro, my mic been muted this whole time.
Yeah, I was wondering why you got quiet, bro. Like, I heard you rapping, and then after that, I didn't hear nothing.
Purdy from the gun.
Yeah, I'm playing like ass, so I ain't even gonna lie.
That's a pick.
Oh, a Cardinal sin there.
That's okay, I've been throwing those the whole game. I've been throwing those the whole game, dude.
And down at the 49-yard line.
So far, but I think you got
that's okay. We'll blame it on being colorblind. No,
still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play, because
that's what I've been doing. I thought I was white this whole time. You know what I mean? No, I'm kidding.
Is preferable to making the big mistake.
Nah, I'm just having a really fucked up game.
After the interception, here's Jackson dancing to his left. That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
It's about time. It's about time I had a pass that didn't end bad. It looked like it was going to be bad, bro. Threw it fucking jumping in the air and shit.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him.
Yeah, it don't take much for him to fucking fumble that ball when he get hit. He may be fast, but he basically gets touched unless he got that X-Factor. It's over with. That ball coming out, bro.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Come
and his pass is
on.
intercepted for the 4th time today.
Hey, it's a close game though. At least it's down. You know, I'm only down by one. This is, hey,
The 49er offense set to
what?
get this drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount.
Okay.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, it's Purdy. He'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to have a 49ers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Play action. Now Purdy. Looking deep for Jennings. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey across midfield. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Throw caught by Flowers. And he works it past the 30.
Imagine if Ray Lewis did play with the receivers, would be in trouble. Hey, because that motherfucker, like, QBs would purposely not throw the receivers he was guarding. Cause, man, that was back when football was back. Okay, I'm over here gaming.
First half, 2 more quarters to go.
You the one who started it right there.
After the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Christ.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, well, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens and themselves.
Here, you didn't put that on charge.
I don't need to.
What's your problem?
Oh, the fact that you bitching at me for fucking talking during the game when you started the phone call while I was already talking during the game, and then you want to bitch at me? You could have went in there with it. I was already in the game. It's not like I could have unplugged my system and moved it to solve the issue.
You could have just stopped talking for a second.
Yeah, midstream with people viewing, yeah.
Jesus Christ, that means the fucking stream's got my credit card number.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, well, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens and themselves.
You gonna kick the fucking ball off, dude, or what?
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So do it again. Okay. So when he punches, let's see. Okay, again. See?
Okay, Annie, go. No.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank
Keep getting
Stadium.
this fucking
Coming up,
same dude,
well,
and
we've
he
got what
keeps
can only be
leaving.
described as
Fucking stupid.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got a compelling AFC matchup for you as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New York Jets.
Fucked up going up against people playing as the Jets.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson now. Flushed out right. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson. When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson rolling to his right. taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Let's run it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's Wilson. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. He may go. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Flush to his right. That'll be complete to Alan Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson steps away. Open man here is Conklin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 3rd and 9 here. Now Jackson going to shift him around. In motion left goes a tight end. They go play action now. Jackson. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
On second down, here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Edwards now on 1st and 10. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9. Jackson rolling to his left. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10, it's Wilson again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Wilson. third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
And how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense. And the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Oh, no. Golly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jackson, eluding the pressure right, dumps it off to Edwards. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 2nd down, Jackson.
That's going deep for Bateman.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25.
Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
Good shit. All right. Good shit.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. But gutsy call there. He ends at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Sliding out of the pocket. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And now here is another interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And that has...
Go ahead, quit on YouTube. Go ahead, quit. You're on YouTube right now. Quit. Go ahead. Go ahead. You holding up my viewers. Either quit or stay in the game. Pick one.
Mama, it's because my throat is hoarse.
Pick one. Pick one. Either quit or continue.
You shouldn't be having as much problems as you're having out of that gap insurance.
I should what?
You should not be having the problems you're having out of that gap
A little
insurance.
bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Flushed out right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Jackson forced out to his left. He completes it to Beckham.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
There we go.
Lamar Jackson,
There we
14
go.
yards.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit.
Oh no,
because
his knee was
receivers can't run.
down though. He quit. He quit. Crazy.
Well, you know,